Back in here inside Worthen Arena, we're at the half. The Ohio Bobcats in the battle of the best teams in the Mid-American Conference lead at 28-25. Alongside Noah Reed, Connor Onion, Tyler Bradfield on hand. Guys, it's been a half for Ball State where they struggle to rebound the basketball. Ohio by 9 in the 57th meeting all-time between these two Mid-American Conference schools. Ohio leads the all-time series, winning 29 to the Cardinals 27. Well, Ball State has won the last two. Ohio threatening that streak here. Shot clock down to 4. It's Byard, and a foul called on Justice.
That's one of those where you're over there on the sideline for Coach Sally and you just want to pull your hair out because the shot clock is down to 1 second, and then a bailout as Justice has called for the foul, and it sends Ohio to the line. A great defensive sequence there. That's what I was talking about before, putting more pressure on the perimeter, not allowing Ohio shooters to spring free. Ball State did everything except finish that possession there.
It's Byard at the line. 68% free throw shooter. As you take a look at the play that left Yamone Jenkins a little slow to get up. Ohio has extended their lead to 11. It's the biggest lead of the game. Then it reverses, it's Morrison. Swing it back around with 9 seconds to shoot. Monaco now 6 points against Ohio. Down to 5 to 3. Fontaine on the drive, and a shot clock violation.
That entire possession, you saw Fontaine out around the three-point line. Coming in tonight, she's only shooting 11%, 1 of 9 from three-point land on the season. You'd like to see her get in the post more and create a presence inside. If she's out around the perimeter, you don't have to pay as close of attention to her. Very similar possessions for both teams offensively. The last 2 trips down, using all 35 seconds. Great defense being applied by both teams.
The break by Yell. Baseline drive, Yell, contact, embodying fouls called.
Had a chance to see Yell play in high school at Geneva in the Montini Holiday Classic, and she was not bashful in pulling up from about 30 feet. We're seeing her get inside today a little bit. She's already knocked down one from the perimeter, but also an underrated part of her game is driving to the basket, and she picks up the foul against Ball State.
She was Geneva's all-time leading scorer in high school. Cat Yell, the 5'7" redshirt junior.
Chance I got to see her. I think she poured in about 35 of those points that allowed her to be Geneva's leading scorer all time.
Byard spots up for 3 and rattles it home.
That's making something out of nothing there on that Ohio possession. Ball State created a deflection, looked like it was going to be a turnover, but instead Ohio was fortunate to grab the ball, kick it out, wide open 3.
Well, we talk about how Ball State has to look out for Yell on the perimeter, and then Byard makes them pay because they were paying attention to Yell, who had just drove into the paint a few moments ago.
It's Bennett posting underneath, but the lob up top poked out of bounds by Ohio.
Really the X factor today kind of has been Weatherspoon. She's been setting screens on the offensive end, also fronting the big post players for Ball State. And she's given up some size, so she's not getting it done in the stat column. She's not going to score a lot of points, but she'll do the dirty work for the Bobcats.
6 to shoot. It's Frazier on the move with 3. She grabs her own offensive rebound, though, and re-attacks against Ohio. Drops it off for Fontaine. The foul, though, puts Fontaine at the stripe.
Just a desire there from Frazier to track down her own offensive rebound between 2 defenders and then to slip it inside for Fontaine. Well played there from Frazier.
That puts Fontaine back at the stripe, coming off 25 points against Akron. Had 10 at the break.
See the inside slip here from Frazier. She's really played bench minutes, even though she started the last 16 games, only averaging 14 per game, but we've seen her play an increased role here today, perhaps to combat the speed of Ohio.
8th on the team in minutes, although she has started now the past 7 games. Played the least minutes of any Cardinal that saw action in Akron with 10. Lampkins the cross-court skip. teeing up the three is Bosinger, and a foul is called on Frazier.
Well, that's the old Reggie Miller leg kick there as she extends her legs inside the arc to get Frazier to commit the foul on her.
Something you're always taught, never foul a three-point shooter. You can get up there and contest it, jump, get a hand in her face, but by goodness, do not foul her on a three-point attempt.
I'll bring up the fact that she pulled the Reggie Miller there. She's kind of streaky, just like Reggie. 9 points in 8 seconds, of course, is what he's famous for. And she's been similarly streaky in the first game against Murray State of the season. 25 points. She followed that up with 5 total in the next 2. She also went through another stretch this season where she went 8 games with no more than 4 points. And then look out, all of a sudden she goes for 18. So she can light it up in a hurry.
I think it's worth mentioning in that Murray State game, 8 of 10 from behind the arc.
Not bad.
I'd certainly take those numbers. I don't know if Noah would, though.
Yeah, absolutely I would. Great numbers.
He'd be too busy flexing his muscles trying to take a charge.
Offensive, or rather foul called on Ohio on the screen, where Bennett went hard to the deck. It's on Bosinger. You can see the screen there. That left Renee falling to the floor. The Cardinals trailing by the biggest deficit of the game, 15. They want to fight their way back into this one. You would think it'd have to go through Jill Morrison and Natalie Fontaine, the team's top 2 scorers. Monaco open baseline.
That's just all desire right there for Franny Frazier. You see her dive into the sideline over here on press row to get that hustle rebound. And then that time on the second opportunity for the rebound, she gets fouled going after the basketball. It's all because she just wants the ball more.
Bennett misplays the lob up top and the jump ball. Ohio basketball.
Well, that's one of her areas for improvement, is catching the basketball. First things first, just hand-eye coordination for her at 6'5". Of course, you're going to throw it up top for her, but you got to catch the ball. She needs to bring out the inner Randy Moss in her and go up and catch the basketball before she can attack the basket.
It's Yell who's handled the pressure of Ball State's defense well throughout the course of the evening. Running the point, she knifes her way down the middle of the lane, and a foul is called on Frazier.
Well, there's Weatherspoon getting to the line. She's getting rewarded now for all the screening and creating space for her teammates, and also her defensive effort today.
Ohio by 15, 45-30.